Ellis, first career start last Saturday. What was the feeling like pregame, just getting ready for that, and how would you evaluate how you played?
I had a little nerves, with it being my first game, my first start, but I was just glad that my coaches and my teammates just trusted me out there on the field with them.
How do you feel like you played?
I felt like I played good, just knowing all my assignments and just everything that I had to do, really.
Yeah, Kirby said he's been talking with you and Daniel about process over results. Just kind of what have those conversations sounded like in the couple days since the game, as far as how you're gonna play it on Saturday?
Really just making sure that we just do what we have to do, really, just to just be on the field, really. Like, for me, just making sure that everything that I do is just what they ask me to do, really.
Yeah, just in practice, we got to see him for the game action the first time on Saturday. What did you make of Ryan Puglisi and how he's continuing to develop and help you guys?
He's a really good quarterback. I've been knowing him for a good little minute now, so I've been knowing that he can he can throw the ball well, he can run the ball well. Like, he's a really good athlete and a really good ball thrower. So.
Hey Ellis, how are you feeling at the game Saturday mentally? How's your body feeling physically?
Mentally, how I feel about the game, it went really good. Like, we all was on the same page with everything, and physically, I feel like my body feels good too as well.
Ellis, what did you take away last year, having to kind of watch and wait your turn in order to now be a key part of the defense?
What I took away from that was just staying patient, really, just knowing that my time was going to come eventually, and I just had to wait for it, really.
You came in the same class as Dwight Phillips. Just what's it been like watching him grow and develop and get to the point where he's getting some key reps like he did on Saturday?
It's really good. Dwight is a great player. He's been doing that in practice a lot. Like, he's been having a lot of good breakaway runs and everything. So, yeah, it's really fun to watch him in practice do what he do.
Ellis, we always kind of take it lightly when a guy's so highly recruited as you that has to adjust to the college game physically. Can you talk about what that's like to throw your body into it at this level versus how you're able to dominate in high school?
It's different. SEC ball is definitely different from high school. I say it took me a couple months to adjust to it, even from practice aspects of it, really. So it was just really adjustment for me overall, just coming here.
Coach Smart was talking a few minutes ago about some of the younger guys getting opportunities last week in that Marshall game and how valuable that was for them. When you look back to last year, some of the times you got in games, how much do you feel like that helped you to where you are now in your sophomore?
Getting game reps definitely helped me, just adjusting to the crowds and just how loud crowds get, really, and you get that in-game experience. It'll definitely help you for overall experiences in-game.
Ellis, when you guys as a defense look at goals from game to game, how does turnovers stack up? You guys, come up with some good statistics, but maybe not always as many turnovers as you guys would want. How important is that?
How important is turnovers? It's really important. We talk about turnovers every day. It starts in practice. We just have to make sure that we just get turnovers that we always talk about, really.
Ellis, we saw Kyron on Saturday with that big club on his hand, and he's out there playing and making plays. What do you think that says about him, that he's playing through that and still doing what he can to help you guys?
He's a team player. That's how I look at it, really. Doing anything to help the team out.
In terms of where you are now, where would you like to see yourself as a player by the end of the season?
Say that one more time.
Where do you kind of want to progress to as a player by the end of the season?
I don't really have an answer for that right now.
You guys have flipped the page from Marshall to Austin Peay. What stands out about that offense when you study and prepare for that game?
They have a good offense. They brought a lot of good transfers in from a lot of major powerhouse schools. So just making sure that we stay on top of just the film and just everything that our coaches tell us to do, really.
Over here to the left here. curiosity. In terms of the guys you go up against in practice, it's like all shapes and sizes. Can you talk about going up against some of those bigger receivers and what you've seen out of Zach Carter?
Yeah, our receiving core, I feel like we have like the best receiving core in the nation, really. Like just going up against those guys in practice, it only makes yourself better at that too. So that's really how I see it.
Any more for Ellis? All right, Ellis, thank you, sir.
Thanks, Ellis.